Hey guys, Andy here, and I'm here to bring you all things mundane and makeup related. If that's your vibe, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to be part of my little slice of the internet. And in today's video, we are doing the bingo of shame for November. We are duping the vibes today. So if you want to see how I use these 3 palettes here to create this look that dupes the Simply Posh Snow Angel and the Colourpop Good Sport palette, then let's go ahead and just get right on into it. Right, hello guys. You saw in the intro what the look looks like, of course, as I do. But we're just gonna get started. So, I wrote down the Simply Posh palette first because that's the palette we rolled first, so we're gonna do that one. So this is what the Simply Posh palette looks like. It is the Snow Angel, and I rolled the shades 3 Ice Chill, 7 Sparkling Snow, and 18 Winter Wonder. So the shades that I will be using to dupe those are from the Sickly Sweet palette, 2 shades. So for Ice Chill, I'm going to use Just an Act. And for Winter Wonder, I'm going to use Melancholy, actually. So we have Ice Act and Melancholy. And Ice Act, it's not quite as mint, but it's... Listen, it's as close as I was getting for that light color. So... without pulling out a straight mint. And then I think Melancholy is the perfect color for Winter Wonder because it has that bit of berry. And then for Sparkling Snow, I'm gonna go into the Bizarre Botanicals palette from Diveroon Cosmetics, and I'm going to use the shade Thimbleweed because it has a bit of blue and it's sparkly. So that's as close as I was getting. So those are my 3 shades from the Simply Posh palette that we will be working with. And then for Colourpop Good Sport, I'll throw up what that palette looks like, because I didn't have this palette either. So I got the shades number 1, Wild Out, number 6, High Hopes, and number 8, Trooper. So for Wild Out and High Hopes, that's going to come from my Witch City Salem palette. So Wild Out is going to be Witching Hour, and High Hopes is going to be Haunted Happenings. So we have Witching Hour because it has that peachy shimmer to it. I'm gonna have to debate which one I want on the lid and which one I want on the inner corner. And then Haunted Happenings is that orangey, browny orange matte. And then for Trooper, I'm going to go into the Bizarre Botanicals again. And I'm going to go into the shade Witch Hazel. For the yellow. So that is our color story. I feel like it's 2 very conflicting color stories. So I feel like I'm going to have to pick one to go on the eye and one to go on the lower lash line. So do I want warm with cool or cool with warm? Let me see. What are Or I could do 2 different eyes, but I'm not really feeling that, to be honest. One second. I had to talk it out with Ian. So I'm going to do the warm on top with the cool on the bottom. And we're going to deepen it with the brown, and we're going to do the things. I'm going to prime with my NARS Shadow Stick in Adults Only. So we're going to get that all over the lid. And then I'm going to zoom you on in. And we can get this party started on a Wednesday morning. Yeah. That. Because I'm filming this early. As per usual. Boom. Okay, so we're going to start with the yellow. So that's the Witch Hazel shade. And I'm just going to lightly put that above my crease. Which this is my first time using not only this Diveroon palette, but Diveroon Cosmetics in general. So that's fun. This is also our first time using 2 palettes. This was the first iteration of this, which I think is fun because I'm excited to see people either just use one or the other or mix and match. I really wanted to mix and match because I think the challenge is finding the balance between the warm and the cool tones. So I'm going to stick that there. Basically just set my eye primer. Then we're going to go into the darker shade here, which is from my Witch City Salem palette. And I'm going to put that in my crease and fluff it up into that color we just laid down. Please don't have anything on you. Now this color is going on so nicely, so easily. Boom. Neutral color on the eye. Can't really say too much more about it. So now I'm going to take the brown and we're going to deepen the outer corner a little bit. Just a wee little bit. I can never figure out like what shape I want when I'm deepening my outer corner. Like, do I want it in a circle? Do I want it in a triangle? Like, what shape should that be in to look good for my eye shape? So I'm just gonna leave it alone. And then on the lower lash line, I'm gonna take a little bit of Melancholy. Then I'm gonna take the blue, Just an Act. Oh, my nose. There we go. Went and blew my nose. Well, boom. We got the blue on there. Didn't need those brushes. So now I'm thinking I'm going to take the really sparkly shade on the lid and I'm going to take the orange on the inner corner. So I'm going to go in with NYX Glitter Glue as per usual. Ah. My lid was trying to run away from me. This shade is so pretty. It really does look like sparkling snow. Okay, and then into Which City, Salem. We get the orangey shade on the inner corner. That's gonna do it. I think that actually turned out pretty. Prettier than I anticipated. So I'm gonna go do this on the other eye and then I will come back and we can talk about the palettes for December. So it'll be just a second for you guys. All right, so we have the final look. I have a lipstick on and everything. So yeah, I think it paired together really, really well actually. Better than I thought, so that is wild. I'm gonna insert the two palettes for December now. Let me get out what they are for me. So we have dun, 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 the Unearthly Dead of Night, which was suggested by Mel, which is Melina_M_makeup on Instagram. They'll both be listed in the description box of next month's, because I always list the current person in my description box. And then we have the Urban Decay Naked Cherry, who is suggested by Finale Panning. She has suggested quite a few too. Well, from last time, not this time, but yeah, so I'm excited to see those pair together. That's going to be a murky color story. And I finally have a palette. I have the Unearthly Dead of Night palette. So, and I think I can dupe the Urban Decay Naked Cherry with the Simply Posh Black Cherry palette, because cherry vibes. Really depends on what colors I get from it, but the mattes I think I can dupe from that. So I think for December, I'm actually going to be pretty good on it. I'm excited. And I'm excited for the murky color story. But that is going to do it for the Bingo of Shame for November. I hope you guys enjoyed my look. And I hope you guys enjoyed this crazy collab for this month. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.